Hello everybody, Steven here from Cardboard Coalition, and today I figured we'd do something a little different, or something I've done before, but today what I figured we would do is go over the Marvel United Multiverse from CMON. This is on Kickstarter right now. Now what I thought I'd go over, I just kind of go over prices and what's going on. At this point, there are 2 weeks left. It was a 3-week campaign, it's 2 weeks left. So let's go ahead and jump in right off the bat. So the Multiverse pledge is $65. That's for the pledge. You get the base game, as you see here. And then if you get it on Kickstarter, you get the Wrecking Crew. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Pretty cool, right? Pretty interesting. Now, before I jump too deep into what this pledge is, and hopefully all the scrolling doesn't get you sick, I thought I'd go over some of the older ones. So I never actually got the original Marvel United when it came out. I got it backed it? I don't know. I got it when the X-Men United pledge came out. But here we go. So we have the regular, the original Marvel United. It was $60. So you can see $5 difference, not a big thing, prices go up. But once you jump to the X-Men United, now this is where I got my Marvel United original stuff, is when I backed the X-Men United. I paid extra to get the first edition, not first edition, but the Marvel United stuff. This one is $65. So if you look at it, originally 60, went up to 65, they're still holding at 65. So that's pretty much the same. And then that's the base game. You can get that by itself. You can play through it, all those kind of things. Then you go to the next pledge up, which is the Herald Pledge. Now this one brings you Galactus. Who are your extra people? Oh, it's Iron Lad. That's the Kickstarter exclusive if you back it on Kickstarter. If you're a hardcore comic fan, you have to be a really hardcore comic fan to know this stuff. But if you're a hardcore comic fan, he's Tony Stark from the past going to the future from an alternate reality, if I remember, past is going to the future to try to fix himself and stuff like that. Now, let's get back to this. So we have, just price for now, we have the Iron Lad pledge, the Herald pledge, right, at $100. Now, over here, you scroll down. This is going to show a little different because the Kickstarter's ended, so it's going to show all the extras. As you can see, the original Kickstarter had tons of extras that came out. Right, so we have to scroll past all those, the extra villains, tons of extras, right? So the Infinity Pledge. Now this was the base game plus 2 expansions, if I remember right. Yes, let's see, the Infinity Gauntlet expansion plus the Rise of Black Panther expansion. So you got 2 expansions in this one. Now one of the things I would say to remember, and I mean, I've been in the Kickstarting game now for 2 years, pushing a little bit over, so I'm still kind of a baby in it. But the first time a game comes out and you, the first version of the game, first time it comes out, it's going to be a little cheaper because it's got to get people to try to back it. Now we are dealing with CMON, whose games fund all the time, who get their games out all the time, except for Trudung, whatever, that one had some issues. But for the most part, things come out. But the idea in Kickstarter is they have to go lower on the first campaign, the first showing of a product, an IP, anything like that, so people will back it. Plus, you know, we've had a price hike. So on this one, for $90, on the original Marvel United pledge, you got the extra stuff. So it tells you down here it's a $115 value. But let's jump over to the Mutant pledge. This is the one I did back. Right, and of course this one came with some extra people. We're gonna have to go through the stretch goals. As you can see, there's lots of stretch goals. This will help us talk about the Marvel United Multiverse. Lots of stretch goals. They introduced anti-heroes in this one, so extra anti-heroes, extra villains. And this is if you back it. Even if you get the base pledge, you will get all this extra Kickstarter add-on stuff. And then X-Force is as a Kickstarter extra. So those were just add-ons that they turned into a expansion. There we go. So we get down here, you have the Apocalypse pledge for $100. So if you don't mind me jumping a little bit, so same as the Herald pledge, $100. That gives you an expansion, right? So it says you get the core game plus you get the Apocalypse expansion. right? And so, and then you got the Kickstarter exclusive Storm with the Mohawk for doing that, and they're doing that with the Multiverse stuff too. But for $100, you get that extra expansion. So far we're on par, right? Now, the question is, do you want to throw your money at this? I'm trying to avoid, was it Alex at Board Game Co's back or not to back, right? Do you want to give them your cash or not? Now, there's a couple things. If you've never played Marvel United, there's some things you can do. And then if you have played Marvel United, there's some things we can talk about. So let's go with the second. If you have played Marvel United, this one money-wise, it's about on par. It's going to probably get to about $295. Let's see if they do it here. $295 was the all-in pledge, and that was just for the X-Men one, and that was just all the X-Men stuff. Now that gave you the main game, the Apocalypse pledge or expansion, and then what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other expansions. So you count that, that's 9 other expansions. And granted, when you get to the Marvel United, the base Marvel United, you go down here. This is the ultimate pledge. This is kind of your all-in. You get, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8, 9 right there. You can probably bet on this one, there's going to be one for $295, and it's probably going to have somewhere between 8 and 9 expansions. They've already announced 2 of them. Now off the top of my head, I can't really remember, but we'll scroll through this and get through it. So you have that plus shipping. You're looking at probably about $50, if not more, for shipping. This is one of the things with CMON. People get very upset with their shipping. It went way up, and it hasn't come back down, right? And some argument is that they're making some money off that shipping, though the company itself swears that they're not making money off that shipping. All right, so the thing with this pledge, let's go ahead and go back up here. Is this where it shows it? No, let's go down and, it's got that going. Let's go down and look at what actually comes in the pledge. This is already starting to show your Kickstarter exclusives. There are a whole bunch of them have come out. We'll scroll back up this because I have something to talk about with that. There's some gameplay changes that come in here with a different version of solo play. They've all had solo play. And then there's the equipment cards. There's the original, and these are going to be add-ons, but I bet you they're going to be in the all-in pledge, the classic equipment. And it's not for every piece of equipment. They were looking at just what classic pieces of equipment are. There's team cards. I just saw this yesterday in the email update. I have backed, so I'll just go ahead and put that right there. I backed at the $100 pledge because I know how much it costs to try to collect this stuff up later. So if I really like it and I'm trying to get my hands on it, I know what it's going to cost. And it's usually at least double, not to scare you guys. I don't believe in building that FOMO. It's just trying to make rational decisions. All right, so down here, there it is. They've already announced the War of the Kings. They've announced Age of Apocalypse, all right, for $35 each. But you're going to get into that. They've announced that there's going to be a game mat. This is something I skipped on Marvel United X-Men. Like I said, I didn't do the original Marvel United. I skipped it on the X-Men one. I wish I would have. I'm trying to get my local shop to actually sell it separately. We'll see. I might pick it up. But here is a game mat. Here's team decks for all different teams. Going back to this, I know I'm jumping a little bit. But I think what it does is it sets up a team for you and some goals to go through. I'm not going to click on it and read through now, but these are extra buys. What we really want to get into, gameplay basics. And I guess we can talk about that really quick. You're basically, as a team, fighting a villain. That's the basic setup. So you're going out, there's a villain running around a setup board. There's these little cards kind of you put out, and you're trying to beat that villain as a team. And as you can see here, one person puts down a card, they do their actions, you put down your card, you do your actions, and you can use the actions of the card to your immediate left. After so many turns, the villain goes. Remember, the villain goes first though too. That's something I always mess up. All right. and you're trying to achieve some things, save civilians, beat up thugs. What are they called? There's little mission cards at the bottom of each tile, each spot on the map. You beat those, things like that. All right. And then this time about supervillain mode, right? Expanding the game. This gives you some of the stuff that's talking about the extra things that they've changed about it. They're trying to make the characters feel more like the characters. I'm not sure with the battle plan thing. This is special equipment cards that you have for each hero that has them. Obviously, this version has for all the heroes. You have that special equipment card that allows you to do certain things during a round, not all the time. All right, back to what I was actually scrolling to. So what do you get if you just back the base game? So that's the $65 pledge. You get the you get some heroes. So in this one, this is the full game, right? Getting this will be the full game. You're getting yourself Captain Carter. You're getting yourself Loki as a hero, because we ran into Loki in the past as a villain. You're getting Shuri, Black Panther, the Shuri version of Black Panther. You're getting Spider-Man 2099, which I should have went back and looked. I think there's a Spider-Man 2099 already in the expansion of the original Marvel United. I don't know. I could have looked. I have it here. But then you get a Mighty Thor. This is Jane Foster. They don't really explain that. Instead of Thor, it's the Mighty Thor. It's Jane Foster. This is Ironheart. This is Riri Williams. She builds her own Iron Man suit, and Iron Man becomes her mentor. I think at one point he's kind of the AI in the suit. I don't follow Iron Man, so I don't follow Ironheart. Now in this box, you get the anti-hero, and this is what sold me when I first saw it. You know, say whatever, they're shills and they got me. But they have Cosmic Ghost Rider, and if you don't know, this is Frank Castle, right? And he makes a whole bunch of deals with a whole bunch of cosmic and I guess all kind of cosmic beings, and becomes the Cosmic Ghost Rider, right? And then your villain Immortus, like on the edge of my head, I know who he is, but not completely. I'm gonna be honest with that one. Then you have Maestro. This is Hulk in the Old Man Logan future line. I'm really excited. I found that out way after I said, I'm gonna back it because of Cosmic Ghost Rider. And then we have Emperor Doom, and yes, please, this looks so cool. So Emperor Doom, and that's the base set. And of course you get your cards, you get your villain, or you get your location cards, or the kind of like big thin cards. You get your mission guide. It kind of just tells you what to do, what you have to do for the mission. You get your villain boards, which set in up here, and you can put them in there. The hero cards, the master plan cards, these are like the villain cards. As you could see, Cosmic Ghost Rider, he's an anti-hero. He can be a hero or a villain. You can play as both. Here's the battle plan cards, which are new that they were talking about. You get 7 equipment cards. You get the threat card. That's what it is. It's threats that go on the bottom of each location. 12 supervillain cards for supervillain mode. You get your 2 challenge cards. Superhero cards, not really sure. I think that's one of the modes that came out in X-Men. I play basically the basic version all the time of this stuff. You get mission cards. That's just the missions you have to take. You get the tokens, and you get the little tracker. That's what you get if you back the base, the $65. Plus you get all stretch goals. And there's going to be a lot. There's a big box. I should pull it down. I have them way up high. I know I got fancy and put out the boxes here, but I have them all on the top of this calyx. So I should have brought down the big boxes to show you guys. There's going to be a lot. There always is a lot. Now, if you go the $100 pledge, you're going to get Galactus, right? And it's a Kickstarter exclusive. He's not as big as the Marvel Zombies version of Galactus, which I'm kind of okay with, like really okay with. And it wasn't as expensive. It was $45 more for this Kickstarter exclusive one. But you get Galactus, right? 23 centimeters tall, and 12.5 centimeters wide. So he's bigger than the Sentinels. I think the Sentinels come up to like his shoulder. I've seen some pictures. And then you also get Airwalker, Firelord. See, I know who Firelord is. Nova, Frankie Ray. So that's why how they should have done Mighty Thor 2. They should have said Jane Foster like that, but whatever. And Terex. Then you also get some components because it plays differently than the base guys. And you got some cards. It looks like you have 6 locations, enough to build a whole board. It's a world that he stands around. You have the villain cards, right, and then all the stuff to play with them. Right, you still need the base game, but you get that, and that's in the $100. So you get a lot of stuff. Now, excuse the scrolling, but let's go back up through this. 65 is a lot, but what you're really paying for, and this is with all Kickstarters, I'm trying to scroll kind of slow but talk. This is with all Kickstarters, is you're paying for all these free promos, right? The free stuff. You're really paying for it. So right now we have a whole bunch of villains that they've already unlocked. We have some anti-heroes they've already unlocked, and we have the heroes. Now this is what I'm going to say too about backing it. I wouldn't say I'm just a hardcore Marvel fan. I'm a hardcore comic fan. I read lots and lots of comic books. I read lots of Marvel. Who doesn't read, a lot of the big names? And there's some of these people, they're definitely reaching deep in the barrel now. These are some deep cuts. Not Black Knight. He's been in the show now. Was it Moon Knight that showed him? I think it was Moon Knight that showed him. Or it was Wanda and Vision, the TV show, showed him. I can't remember off the top of my head, but he hasn't been shown in his outfit, but his alter ego has been shown. But Corsair Choad, I always call him Chode. These guys are the Starjammers. I know who the Starjammers are. A Songbird, I know she's a Starjammer. Cyborg Spider-Man just reminds me of the 90s reading comic books. So somebody's like Patriot, I know. Raza, I know. I think I pretty much know who it is. Captain Britain, but Betsy Braddock. So this is Psylocke as Captain Britain. I've seen Chamber before. Cypher, I've kind of, in passing, have seen him. Speed, not 100% on. Aurora, not 100% on. Husk, kind of no. Right? Then we get down here. U.S. Agent, definitely no. He's still a deeper cut. Darkchild, this is Ileana Rasputin, magic. It's magic, but there's a story where she is Darkchild for a while. She goes down to Limo. A little bit of deep cut. Dakin, this is Wolverine's son. I believe he's a clone too, but a Wolverine son, like X-23. And then we get into the villains. I know Claw, I know Chameleon, I know Titania. It's cool that they have Titania and Absorbing Man. Yes, I know the Abomination. Crimson Dino's digging a little bit, but I do know who Crimson Dino is. Maximus, I kind of know. Crossbones, I know. Iron Patriot, I know. So they're digging pretty deep in here. So this is my thing. If you're just getting into it, would this be the Kickstarter to jump on? There's two things. Like I had said in the beginning of this. I got to make this video short. The first thing is, if you already have all the Marvel United, these are some deep cut characters. You might want to back it because you're interested in some of these characters. Fair enough. If you haven't played Marvel United, I would say play it first. Now you might be saying, whoa, this is on Kickstarter. Well, remember, there is the original Marvel United over here, which it was estimated delivery was in 2021, March of 2021. Kickstarters are usually at least 6 months behind. Sometimes they're on time, but mostly not. But what you can do is buy an older copy of Marvel United, brand new but older. This is Miniature Market site. I like using this one just because it'll give me the MSRP and then tell you what their price is. You can get it for at least $19 on Amazon. I was looking right now. But you can get the original one. Now, this is the base version, and it's made to be quick and fun, and it gets more complex as more versions come out. It's not really hard yet, but they add more complexity, which people are enjoying more and more. Or you can go out and you can get yourself the X-Men base game, right? And I think actually on Amazon it's $2 more, so this is more of a steal. Or a deal, not even a steal, but a deal. But Miniature Market, you have to spend at least $100 to get it shipped to you for free. So then you're adding $4.99 for shipping on there. If you have Amazon Prime, Amazon ends up being cheaper, yada, yada, so forth. But you can get these base games. Marvel United, the base one, I don't know about the X-Men. I think it's supposed to be, but the base one you can find at Target. You can find at Walmart, I know that. Walmart actually had a special edition. They just had Venom in the case, but you have that, right? So you can go out and get it and see if you like the game. And I would tell people, if you're looking at this video and you're thinking about it, you have 2 weeks. There's nothing special you get. Any of the special stuff you can get, a minute before the Kickstarter closes, and you say, yes, I want to join in on this. I would say go pick one of these up. It's really quick to read the instructions, and play it. See if you like it. And if X-Men is your jam, if you can, and I mean, still, it's cheaper. It's like $5 cheaper than MSRP on Amazon, because I think I saw it at $29 on Amazon right now. And you can get it in a day or two. You'll be able to play it. Same with Marvel United. Get it and play it first. I would say don't just back this unless, I keep backing up, but unless you see some of the characters and you're like, yes, this is what I want. This is amazing, right? So let's go back up to these. Well, we'll just go to the pledge here. If you want really Captain Carter, or Shuri is Black Panther, Jane Foster as Thor, that stuff sounds really cool. You like Riri Williams, all that kind of stuff. Cosmic Ghost Rider, is he in the picture there? I can't see. Where is he? Oh no, Cosmic Ghost Rider is down here. If you know Immortus or Emperor Doom, any of those people, right? Loki as a hero, go ahead and back it, right? I mean, obviously do whatever you want to do, but know that this one is a much deeper cut. This is deeper into the Marvel universe. Marvel United, see if we can go back up here. Oh, we got to scroll through all this. I'm just make you guys sick. Marvel United, these are your Avengers, is what this is. So you have people everyone knows: Captain America, Hulk, Iron Man, Black Widow, Captain Marvel. You get Red Skull, Ultron, and Taskmaster, which, Taskmaster was in the Black Widow movie, I think. So maybe you know Taskmaster. But these are your basic fair heroes. This one, I'm going to have to do it to you guys again. When we get into the heroes, it is your basic heroes. There it is. It's your basic heroes, but the X-Men. So if you watch the 90s cartoons, you know Wolverine and Professor X and Jean Grey and Cyclops and Beast and Storm, right? You have, why am I blanking on him right now? Juggernaut, Sabretooth. As villains, you have Magneto and, blanking again. Who's Blue Changey Lady? Yeah, you guys will probably yell at me in the comments, but that's fine. Blue Changey Lady, Mystique. You have Mystique as anti-hero, so plays heroes and stuff. Most people know these characters too. Back to this one, these are deep cuts. These are pretty deep cuts. And I would say fairly recent with these three. Fairly recent, going a little back for Jane Foster, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and then Loki as a anti-hero. It's all pretty recent. So this is recent and deeper cuts, especially with the extra stuff. Now, one more thing that I would be wrong if I didn't show you guys this. There is going to be another core box that's Spider-Geddon that they announced. And this one is going to come out, instead of having 2-wave shipping like CMON likes to do, where you can get the main game. I did it with Marvel Zombies. Instead of getting the main game and then getting all the extras later, they're going to have this out so you can buy it. And it's going to be retail, from what I understand. This is going to be retail. So you can get it from Miniature Market. Local game stores should have it. Target, I'm assuming, maybe. Walmart. Spin Master over here is the one who kind of puts that stuff out, and that's the deals they have with the big box stores. But this is going to come out instead of Wave 1, Wave 2, where you get all the extras. There's going to be no Wave 1, and then, or it's not going to be split Wave 1, Wave 2. And this is going to come out. Now, this gives you a whole bunch of other people. This is a whole core box. There's not a lot of information on here except for knowing that it's a core box. But I can run through this and tell you who you're going to get. If you're a Spider fan, you are super excited because you have... I just noticed another Spider back there and I can't tell who he is. All right, so right here you have Spider-Man in his black symbiote. You have Ben Reilly Spider-Man. That might be Iron Spider. I see those coming off. Or it could be the... I can't say it right now. Doc Ock is Spider-Man. Superior Spider-Man. There we go. You have Spider-Man Noir. You have Silk. You have Punk Spider. I can't remember that guy's name. And you have Sp/Der, a spider, but it's a mech spider that she controls. Morlun is going to be your villain, and Spot. Spot looks really fun here, but Morlun is really crazy. He likes to feed. He's like a vampire that feeds on spider totems, so spider people. So you have this is going to come out. Now, what is this going to run you? It's going to probably run you when it first comes out. The $34.99 is my guess, as these are $34.99. Now, oops, you guys don't want to see that. That's me searching things. Where'd I go? Here we go. So if you know your comics, you know, but if you don't know, that's what that search was to try to find this, is there's a whole storyline that's Spider-Geddon. But this will probably be $34.99, $35, and it's going to have a whole bunch of the spider people. So maybe if you don't want to kick the 65 in, right? But you're watching this video and you're like, hey, this is pretty interesting. You might want, if you're not like me, I'm a collect it all. That's why I don't play Pokemon. No, just kidding. Pokemon came out after my time. But you can pick up this one if you think these characters look really cool, right? If this is kind of what you're into. My bet is if you're into these, you're going to freak out and try to get all this older stuff. The other thing to keep in mind is you can always try the base one, the original one. You can try kind of the season 2, the X-Men. It's kind of like a season 3. You could always go try those. And there's lots of expansions. As you can see, I kind of put them out. Some of the Marvel United, some of the X-Men one over here. And most of these you can get online. I think Amazon had a bunch of the X-Men stuff. And they know they did do some reprintings of the Marvel United, or put some of them that they originally didn't out for mass market of the Marvel United stuff. So you could get the game and get a couple expansions that you like, or you can collect it all. So what am I saying? I'm backing it. Am I going to do the all-in? Yes, because I'm dumb. That's why. Because I like to collect things up. In my mind, I think that if I have a friend that comes over and they want to be Cyber Spider-Man, they want to be Dark Child, that actual version of Magic, I can be like, bam, gotcha. I have the Grey Hulk cards from a special promo set they set out, and I'm going to get Juggernaut because I backed the Dice Tower to get the Juggernaut card set, because in my mind someone might want to play them, right? And so that's kind of my collecting thing. But you could always go out and get these base games and get expansions that you can find. Some things you're not going to be able to find, you're going to have to pay a lot for, like the promos, right? So sorry for the quick scroll. Things like this, the Wrecking Crew, if you wanted them. Or when you scroll down more, trying to get Iron Lad, or trying to get this expansion because it's a Kickstarter exclusive, it's going to be harder to find later. Now, the reason that I do back this is, yeah, it digs into the pocket a little bit. But I know that when I start getting the itch and I want to try to collect it all up, I'm going to pay at least double. I won't pull it up, but I know for the X-Men one, for this one, the extras box, the promos, so all the Kickstarter exclusive unlocks and stuff like that, that box is running $200-$300. And if you remember, I said it's $299 for this. Making you guys sick with all the scrolling. It was $295. There we go. Nope, that's the Apocalypse. I'm not going to keep scrolling to hurt your guys' eyes. It was $295 for the all-in pledge for the X-Men stuff. And now it's almost $300 just for the Kickstarter exclusives. That's not all the expansions and stuff. So keep that in mind. It's really up to you. What I would say is if you're first stepping up to Marvel United, I would go get one of the base games. You could run over to old Wally World, I mean, if you don't hate the place, and get it for probably $20 cash out of your pocket and walk home right then, open it up and play it within 30 minutes, 2-hour roundabout. You've probably played through a game to feel if you like it or not. Now, if you already are into this Marvel thing, welcome to in for an ounce, in for a pound kind of thing. But you can back this and know that you're just going to get way more. Everyone always says this, way more than you're actually going to need, right? But but you can have all the cool minis and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much my spiel on this. I just wanted to talk to you guys about this while there's still 2 weeks left, because this is one that I'm really excited. One that I'm really excited about, and I'd like to eventually. So Reswan, would like to get her here so she can go over some of the campaigns that she's excited about, and we could do more videos like this. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more videos like this where I kind of talk about some of the Kickstarter stuff. I have friends who don't care much about the Kickstarter, but they've been gaming way longer than me, and they're into games. They just kind of wait until they're out and pick up what's out there. I kind of jumped in this on the Kickstarter, and part of it's the collecting everything up. So let me know if you guys like these videos, if you'd like to see more of them. I at this point just cover the Kickstarters that I find interesting, but I could always cover some of the popular Kickstarters and stuff and give you guys my thoughts on it. So with that, help us grow the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all those YouTube things help us out. Subscribing definitely, so we can get our subscribers up. And maybe I can talk some of these game companies into sending me early previews of games that I can share with you guys, or we can share. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Reswan will be here really soon. So I'm Steven with Cardboard Coalition. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.